I'm 17, a junior at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School, and just one of the many students who have spent the last month expending every remaining ounce of energy in our efforts to put this march together. If not for the tremendous support from Everytown for Gun Safety, Giffords Law Center, our community, my peers, and every single one of you, this march would not have been possible. I have always loved Parkland. I loved how you could wear shorts and a t-shirt all year long. I loved how all the restaurants in town were owned by friends, family, and neighbors. I loved how you could walk into the first day of school not knowing anyone in your class, but by the end of first period, walk out waving 3 new friends goodbye. I loved Parkland for all of these reasons and so many more. And yes, I say loved, because after February 14th, my love for Parkland has taken on an entirely new meaning. I love how the friendships I forged in kindergarten have lasted well into my high school career. I love how the people who live here, work here, love here, are part of a community, not just a town. I love how even through all of this tremendous heartbreak, we have stood up and we have come back stronger than ever. I strongly believe in the mantra that everything happens for a reason. In fact, I live my life by it. But with this, I've been struggling to find a reason why. My friends and I, we've never been afraid to voice our opinions or openly debate a concept with another with whom we disagree. We've never hesitated to advocate for issues that we feel are socially, politically, morally unjust. These ideas that we preach, they're nothing new. It breaks my heart to think that it took something like this for us to spread our thoughts and our passion. But that is the reality in which we live. I think about the current state of gun safety laws in this country, and I am saddened by the long road to reform that lays ahead. But then, I see all that we have already accomplished. I see companies cutting ties with the NRA. I see the state of Florida taking much-needed steps towards gun safety. And I see marches started by students just like myself, popping up in cities all around the world. Those 17 people did not die in vain. They, along with the entire student body of Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School, and all of you standing before me today, are the force and spirit that drive this movement. And we will stop at nothing until we make real, lasting change. I traveled to Tallahassee with my peers on February 20th to 21st, and I spoke with congressmen who were willing to sit with us, talk with us, and listen to us. I would like to delve a little bit into a point I made to Representative Oliva and Representative Sprouse. I asked them to take mass shootings and relate them to a science experiment. In any experiment, you have independent variables, the factor that is manipulated, and dependent variables, the factor that reacts to the manipulation. We understand that this is a multifaceted situation, incorporating school safety, mental health, and gun safety, with each facet being another variable that greatly affects the situations or the experiment's outcome. If you change all of the variables, you will not know what caused the outcome. Therefore, we must tackle this issue one variable at a time. You don't need me to argue for making schools safer. You don't need me to argue for securing a school so that anyone who wants to cannot simply walk onto campus. You don't need me to argue that we should not have to cower unprotected while a 19-year-old boy kills students and teachers with a weapon of war. You do not need me to argue that fear has no place in schools. Enough is enough. understand that mental health has always played an enormous role in the mass shootings that have tainted America's history. There should be more assistance for students who show signs of mental illness before it becomes a problem, not after. There should be more education to spread awareness of how to spot and help someone who needs assistance, medical and emotional. See something, say something, but you can't say something if you don't know what you're seeing. And what's the use in saying something is if no one is going to do something. Enough is enough. People are an extremely inconsistent variable. They're unpredictable, and regulating them, that is a challenge that will take a power far beyond that of myself and my peers to overcome. Guns are a material object. They are predictable. I agree with the statement that guns don't kill people. People kill people. Logically, a gun on its own is harmless without someone to pull the trigger. But that doesn't mean they aren't a problem. These people are able to get a hold of these guns and use them to cause such massive damage. This material object, a semi-automatic weapon such as an AR-15, is an independent variable. It's dependent variable the number of mass shootings that occur in American cities each year. By changing the independent variable, you can evaluate and assess how the dependent variable reacts. We are not saying that guns are the only reason that mass shootings continue to occur. We are saying that they factor in, and we are demanding that someone repeat the experiment that so many other countries have carried out and simply see if it yields the same results. Enough is enough! Let me be clear. This movement does not seek to repeal the Second Amendment. American citizens have and always have had the right to bear arms. But an AR-15? That is a weapon of war that no citizen needs to possess, let alone an individual deemed mentally ill. A person can't carry out a mass murder if they don't have the means to do so. Enough is enough! Time and time again, no one has changed any of the variables. If you don't change any of the variables, then the outcome will stay the same. Today, we're not here to fight for gun control, we're here to fight for gun safety. No matter your political affiliation, we are all human and we all want to keep each other safe. Enough is enough! No child should ever fear going to school. It is clearly an issue if even after all of this madness, the school that should be the most heavily secured in the entire country still has inattentive security guards and students bringing weapons on campus. Enough is enough! Were the 17 at Douglas not enough? Enough is enough! The 26 at Sandy Hook, enough is enough! The 49 at Pulse, enough is enough! The 58 in Las Vegas, enough is enough! The 96 in America who die from guns every single day, but whose stories you never hear, enough is enough! At some point, we have to stop and realize enough is enough. We are here because our voices matter. We are here because we know we can make a change. We have already seen what we can do. Our voices do matter. If our current legislative officials will not work towards gun safety measures that we, their people, support, then we will elect new representatives who will. March, rally, and register to vote. Never let anybody tell you what you can or can't do. We are the change we wish to see in the world. We are the future. Enough is enough!